Previously on the Bureau Boys.
Cages all over the place down here.
It's the same stocking hat that Eric Hartman was wearing when he was kidnapped.
Do you hear that sort of squeaking sound? Detective Riley, I think we're surrounded by hamsters.
The only way to stop a rabid, rabid hamster from tearing your flesh is to chew some bubblegum.
Like the bubblegum we found on the toilet seat in the yard in South Park? I still hear a little bit of a squeaking. There's one of these hamsters is still running. Right there on the cage are the initials GW.
And inside that cage is one long-legged, long-bottomed Sheltie. Let's grab this case and let's hightail it out of this dank-ass tunnel. This might be Fido Eleanor Pooch the Third.
The fence is chewed down exactly to where her muzzle is right now. Clearly this dog was used to chew through this fence.
The old man, the fast one.
William Bradford II? She's pulling out a schedule, a racquetball round-robin tournament schedule. William Bradford II is playing this afternoon against James Hartman for the finals.
In a world filled with crime, the government assembled the Bureau, a complete collection of the nation's detectives. Their objective? To solve cold cases. Unfortunately, most of those detectives died in a tragic karaoke outing, leaving behind the only detectives who weren't invited that night. The Bureau Boys. The Bureau Boys solve crimes suggested by you, based on tips sent in by you. Crimes which the police couldn't, wouldn't, or sometimes shouldn't solve. If you have a clue and don't know what to do, send it to the Bureau Boys at thebureauboys.com. For better or worse, they're on the case.
So the Bureau Boys found themselves back at the South Park YMCA that they had visited not days ago.
Okay, Detective Potter, this is getting real, and I'm feeling the heat.
It's not just all these old sweaty racquetball players in here that's like a blast furnace down here, but it's the heat of this case, Detective Riley. Our first case. I feel like we're getting close on the trail. Isn't that right, Fido?
That's right. She agrees. Now, if we want to get anywhere, we need to rely on our informants. Don't you agree?
I couldn't agree more. And we do have a new clue. This is a repeat informant. Informant Fred is back, Detective Riley, and he gave us a clue earlier that led us to the greeter at the YMCA in Washington, D.C., and he says, I think they're on to something. And if you remember, Detective Riley, the last time we were at this YMCA, we got a real ambiguous clue from informant Kelsey that led us to the key that had GW on it that led us to the White House. So I'm thinking this clue might be a little bit more under the radar.
There's something under the surface here is what you're saying. It's not as easy as, I think they're onto something. It could mean, I think they're onto something. It could also mean, I think they're onto something.
I agree, but just in case, let's keep looking down at our feet every so often, just in case.
So the Bureau Boys shuffle forward towards the ticketing line, staring down at their feet.
Avoiding any cracks so as not to break their mothers' backs.
They ordered 2 tickets, a bucket of popcorn, a couple Twizzlies, and took their seats in the bleachers. Nosebleeds.
You just ate. Are you seriously going to eat a whole thing of popcorn?
There's just nothing like being in the midst of an old geriatric racquetball tournament. The sweat, the sound, the smells.
I don't even like sports, Detective Rat. Look, the score is already 16-2. William Bradford II is crushing James Hartman.
This Well, this is unprecedented. William Bradford II, of course, being much, much older than James Hartman.
And he hasn't won a tournament in years and years and years.
That's right. This could be the one that turns it around. Now, I'm no expert in sports, but I'm pretty sure the number to hit is 21. Kind of like
Blackjack.
bingo.
Blackjack bingo? Remember when
Yeah.
we were playing that game?
Yeah, on the Celebrity cruise ship. When
Yeah.
there was that outbreak of that terrible disease.
Yes. Almost killed all of us.
Good thing we escaped before the authorities got there.
Okay, Detective Riley. This game is nearing its conclusion.
And we got to get down in that court before these yahoos escape.
Half of the crowd surrounding the Bureau Boys is very angry at the score, and half of the crowd is even angrier about the score.
Who are these people rooting for?
I don't understand.
I think they're just all really upset.
I mean, I assume that they're rooting for James Hartman if they're all angry about the score, but I don't know. I don't know sports that well, Detective Riley.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
I hate old men, and I don't like to see them succeed.
That guy sounded older than William Bradford II. I don't understand.
Hold on a second. Everyone in this crowd is at least 105 years old. There is no one under 105. And that means there's no one here for James Hartman.
Why aren't they all happy then? If William Bradford II is crushing James Hartman, why aren't they all happy? It's a mystery, Detective Riley.
It's a mystery that I can't figure out.
Meanwhile, the crowd starts gathering around the Bureau Boys. They're intrigued. There are two young men in this crowd of old men bickering about them, about the old people in the crowd.
Detective Riley and Detective Potter are so fit and firm and young and supple that the old crowd around them can't help but stare at them, listening to them argue.
The old men get closer, licking their lips, their hands trembling, hands out at the young men's supple flesh.
These old timers had never smelled the Axe body spray emanating from Detective Riley and Detective Potter. It fills the room, fills the YMCA with a manly musk.
Detective Potter, can I have a sidebar with you? Can I talk to you real fast?
Yeah, sure.
Detective Riley and Detective Potter duck underneath the bleachers for a sidebar.
Yeah, okay. So I think all the attention has gone from the tournament to us. I feel just like they're closing in.
Yeah, I feel like a piece of meat up there. I feel like that these weird old lechers are just staring at my supple buttocks.
Listen, I don't want to get turned into shredded pork this easily. We gotta get out of here.
I think we gotta get out of here. But first we gotta see what happens with this game.
So the Bureau Boys walk back to their seats in the bleachers, turn to look, and the score is over.
The match has already ended. The players had left. William Bradford II, James Hartman, they had already gone their separate ways, and no one in the audience saw what happened.
They were too focused on the lithe, supple bodies of the Bureau Boys.
You sons of Shelties, you made us miss the end of the match.
You're gonna pay for this, you old young sexy fellas. You're gonna pay big.
You guys wanna check out my van out front? Detective Riley, scatter.
So Detective Potter goes left, Detective Riley goes right. The crowd splits in half, pursuing each.
One crowd, the angry crowd, chases after Detective Riley, and the other half of the crowd, the angrier crowd, chases after Detective Potter. Detective Riley finds himself cornered by the crowd.
Okay, fellas. Listen. I know I can still work out 5 days a week and bang the missies on the block. But listen, there's no reason to get up in arms. I'm just like you. I'm just a man who's here for the racquetball.
The crowd closes in closer and closer to Detective Riley, when suddenly a largish man emerges from the locker rooms.
Well, what have we here?
Detective Riley only sees feet and slowly looks up into the sky, staring at a 25-foot giant.
Hi, I'm just my name's Detective Riley, sir, and I'm a human.
Are you looking up my towel?
Detective Riley can't take his eyes off the 16-foot dong swinging in the air like a tree trunk.
I don't know why you say you're a human. I too am a human.
I could tell. I didn't mean to embarrass you, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm looking away now.
Thank you.
The crowd keeps closing in, closer and closer to Detective Riley.
What seems to be the problem here?
He screwed up our game. We didn't get to see the end score. Yeah, that's right. The whole game ended. We missed it because this guy was yapping his yappers. I was just having a friendly conversation with my partner, sir, and all these old men, they had nothing better to do but to listen in.
Partner? Are you some sort of entrepreneur?
My partner and I do operate a detective crime-fighting business where we solve cold cases set up by the U.S. government, and we're the only two detectives left. That's true.
Cold cases? Well, it's a good thing you're in Colorado, then. Ho, 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 ho.
Please, Mr. Giant, you seem like a genteel fellow. Why don't you hoist me on your arm, onto your shoulders and get me out of here?
Okie dokie. Stop trying to climb up my penis.
I'm sorry, it's just the skin tags create a perfect ladder up your shaft. I can get halfway there. You can take me the rest of the way.
Upsy daisy.
Meanwhile, at the other side of the YMCA, Detective Potter finds himself surrounded by smaller people.
You're gonna pay for this,
From the crowd emerged the smallest fellow of them all.
Hey there, little boy. Where's your parents?
Yeah. Ha! Take that in your nutsack.
Oh, ow. My nutsack.
Looks like you're not going to be a parent, big boy.
No. How does he know I had a vasectomy?
My little fist could feel the internal scars. Now, you have some payment to pay for the crap you just pulled there for me and my buddies trying to enjoy a good racquetball match.
We paid for our tickets. Little guy. Leave us the hell alone. Look, I am here with my partner trying to solve a cold case, trying to find Eric Hartman.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? You're an entrepreneur, huh?
Yes. In fact, we did set up a bureau to solve old cases, and most of the detectives were killed. And do you need the backstory again?
I've heard enough. Here, take this.
Ow. You little shit. You little son of a shelty. Listen, buddy, if I've got a mind, come here. I'm going to give you the spanking of your life. Take that, and that, and that.
As Detective Potter spanks the living daylights out of this little munchkin, he doesn't realize that the rest of Munchkins are tying little ropes around his hands and feet and strapping him to the ground.
Oh God! Oh, my hands and feet.
Yes, it's the classic spanking maneuver. You've been strapped.
I feel like a real Gulliver.
You're going to be traveling to the land of pain.
I hate the land of pain. Detective Riley, where are you? Detective Riley!
As Detective Potter cries out in pain, a rumbling shakes the earth, ripping some of the cords off of Detective Potter, tossing the Munchkins to the ground as a giant appears over the bleachers with a small man riding on his shoulders.
I'm here, Detective Potter!
Detective Riley, down here!
What have we here?
Giant, that's the partner I was telling you about. This is your chance. I need you to set me down. We need to rescue him.
My name is Ted, in case you were wondering.
Thanks, Giant. Enough of the formalities. Now put me down.
Here you go, little buddy.
So the giant lowers Detective Riley to the ground amid the circle of confused and disoriented little munchkins. Detective Riley starts unfastening Detective Potter's shackles.
You should all be ashamed of yourselves to strap a helpless young man to the ground like this. All you munchkins. Get back!
The shackles are tied so tight that Detective Riley has a difficult time undoing them.
I can't do this myself. I'm gonna need some help. Come here, girl. So
Fido, Eleanor Pooch III, starts vigorously chewing at the cords, trying to break them apart with her teeth. Detective Riley does the same.
Thanks, guys. Oh, God, thank you so much. Watch the wrists.
As Fido Eleanor Pooch III bites through rope, she doesn't notice that she's biting through the rope, holding up the racquetball championship banner. She bites through the last cord of rope, and the banner falls up on top of the entire group, causing chaos.
Detective Potter, I'm over here.
Detective Riley. Sorry. There's so much
here.
banner between me and you.
Well, you have the better eyesight, seeing as you have glass in your eyes and all. Get us out of here. You lead the way.
Detective Potter, as he lifts the banner off of himself, looks down at the floor that he's been standing on this entire time. He sees the face of William Bradford II looking up at him from a secret racquetball room just beneath the Bureau Boys.
Detective Riley.
Oh my God, it's William Bradford. We've got to get in there.
There's a second racquetball room underneath us this whole time.
An underground racquetball room.
It's like we've been onto something this whole time.
We're onto something. Now we have to break in, but this glass won't shatter from any normal human's foot, and it's not like we're going to get any help from these dirty munchkins.
Maybe I can help you boys with this.
Giant.
Thank you,
Ted.
Ted.
Thanks, Giant.
It's Ted.
No time for the niceties. Giant, punch through this secret racquetball room.
And so the giant bent over and punched his way into the secret racquetball room, sending shards of glass into Detective Potter's eyes.
The old glass from the YMCA case mingles with the new glass of the secret racquetball tournament, forming little spectacles surrounding Detective Potter's eyeballs.
As the glass falls on the floor of the hidden racquetball room, William Bradford II ducks out of the room into a back room. Bright light streams out of the racquetball court as the Bureau Boys peer over the edge to their next adventure.
What will happen next time? Tune in next week to find out.
To submit a clue that will help the Bureau Boys solve this case, go to thebureauboys.com to join our informant network.
See you next time.